What is going on, everybody? Hey, this is your boy JC from JC Sports Talk, and welcome back. If you are brand new to this podcast, hey, this is it. This is where it all happens. The Philadelphia Eagle news, the hype train. It starts right here. But anyway, it's not about me tonight. It's about my special guest tonight. Oh, Johnny boy, we are in the house. So, hey, without further ado, please introduce yourself and let them know what you're working on right now and in the future.
First of all, JC, thank you so much for having me. And if you are not hitting subscribe right now and hitting the notifications down below, you're a big dumb idiot, because we're on a road to 1,000, which we'll get into in a little bit. But JC's on the road to 3K. Can we just get him to 3K? Is it that hard? It's not that hard. Give him a thumbs up while you're at this. And yes, hi, everybody. I'm John Barchard, host of Bell and the Birdmen, with my good co-host Vince Quinn, and, of course, Taylor Cordatis, who does, tries to make me look pretty, which I think is impossible to do. But he does make us sound nice and crisp, and we love to talk about the birds with everybody. We feel like it's, you know how like Eagles podcasting has kind of got way too serious. Yeah. JC's not of that ilk. That's why we like to talk to him. So yeah, we're very much a community podcast that likes to go out and have fun and do events and be where you're at. So we just appreciate the time, JC. Thanks so much for having us, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Exactly. But before we start, what is coming up during the season? Week 3 it's not even at Washington, D.C., by the way, because I live in Maryland, and it's in Maryland, by the way. That stadium, it's in Maryland. It's not in Washington, D.C. What is coming up week 3 for everybody that's listening?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are taking what seems like a fleet of buses that should hold 1,000 Eagles fans to take over FedEx Field. And, JC, I'm already giving you the invite to the tailgate. Please come. You get to come out with the VIPs, come hang out with Hollis Thomas and a bunch of other people that, Fourth and John is going to be there. We're going to have all these other different Eagles podcasts. And JC, we should talk about getting you a bus first and foremost. That might be a good idea to come up from Maryland, see what you got, some flavors. But, our whole intention really is to take over FedEx, what we think is going to be the last time, because who knows? They got to get rid of that dump somehow. We haven't said hello to our good friend Carson Wentz in quite some time. We didn't really say goodbye to him, and frankly, I think we owe him a few boos on this one. But more importantly, as JC's kind of trending towards here, our goal is to do Foles. And just let them know who our favorite quarterback is. Yeah. And I think if there's at least 1,000 of us doing that for at least a quarter, that would warm my heart, as I said on the podcast. So, JC, if you can help us out in any way, bring the brigade from Maryland. We would love it.
Yeah, I mean, look, I love it, man, because look, I feel like we cannot go to whatever that stadium is and lose to Carson Wentz. Like, I mean, I'm not even talking about how the team will react, but 97.5 Fanatic. Mm-hmm. I mean, the next day is going to be, did we keep the right quarterback? I mean, it's going to be chaotic. So everybody needs to be at FedEx Field, right?
Yes.
That Sunday, week 3, man, to support Jalen Hurts. First ever Carson versus Hurts. That day, man, I can't wait. I will be there. I mean, I cannot wait, man. So, I mean, it's woo! Man, let's go. Let's go. All right, so look, this is your first time on this podcast. Never talked to you before. I mean, I know we already have started training camp, but what were your thoughts on the offseason moves that you liked the most, including the draft? Anybody?
All of it. It's the first time I've been able to see that as an Eagles fan, I think. Like, didn't we just feel so good about how everything worked out? Now, I will say this. The A.J. Brown trade, we all know that changed everything in my mind, in terms of, like, I might have been fighting with Vince on our podcast about Russell Wilson for a long time. And JC, did you see that man come in with his own jersey, has been tweeting the dumbest things, and now Walmart's getting involved? I mean, I am so glad Russell Wilson's not here. It's not even funny, but
that's fine. Let's ride. Let's ride. Let's ride.
Exactly, JC. I mean, like, I know it's a bad thing to say in Philadelphia, but we've already won a Super Bowl now. So, like, I'm not jinxing anything. This is a Super Bowl ready team if it's hungry enough, if it goes out and fights, if AJ Brown, if, and that's why we play the game and blah, blah, blah. But I'm not getting scared by the hype. Are you?
Oh, no. You know what? The only thing, because I've been an Eagles fan for so long, is like, this excites me, but I'm not just jumping over a bridge with like, oh my God, it's Super Bowl bust. You know what I mean? I've seen the team go from 2-4 to making a playoff under Andy Reid, 2-5 to 9-8 and making the playoffs under Nick Sirianni. I've seen this team in a whole bunch of different fashions. So like, I'm not shocked at nothing anymore. That I just want to be like, I cried during the Super Bowl. That was enough crying for me. You know what I mean? That was enough crying for me. Everything now, you're just like, man, wow, we did it again.
Yeah.
Wow, we are set up for the future. Wow, this is good. You know, so I mean, this is it for me. Like, it's just like, relax, enjoy the ride. I mean, this is going to be a special year. I don't know how special it's going to be, but this, I feel like it's going to be a special year.
Yeah, it's just and the best thing that we've all about last year is this offensive line, and it got better. It improved. It got more depth. It's just like it had so much depth that Herbig isn't here anymore. And that's insane to me. So, Nina, I appreciate the follow. Thank you so much. That's what I mean, JC. Like, I don't think we need to be scared about this. I don't think it's like we're not expecting this team to suddenly just be a Super Bowl team like in week 5. Yeah. There will be growing pains still. It's a young core, but it's a young core that can grow together for a very long time. And did you just see what DK Metcalf just got paid compared to what AJ Brown just got paid?
I mean, still. Like, I mean, that was like the cherry on top. I mean, we got AJ Brown, the best wide receiver in the draft. He was drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles with the 18th pick. He was drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles. There's nobody coming out in that draft, this past draft, that's better than AJ Brown. Pro Bowler, proven wide receiver, in a run-heavy offense, and still was able to get his and still able to make a Pro Bowl. I mean, like, nothing is better than that to me. So we got to still look. I'm just hoping that he's here for the long run, because we all know how things work out sometimes.
Yeah.
Look, my biggest fear is this. Jalen Hurts is his BFF. If things don't work out, and we're going to talk about Hurts, but if things don't work out with Hurts, how long is he going to stick around? I mean, that's my biggest fear. I mean, this whole, hey, man, we made it. Gapping, you know what I mean, on draft night. I mean, that's all cute and all, but the game is played on the field. Hurts is still in question. I mean, you are proven, but, like, I would definitely say the Philadelphia would be playing in the NFC Championship if we had a proven quarterback. So I'm not afraid to say it. You know what I mean? Like, people are saying, I love Hurts. I love Jalen Hurts. I have his jersey in there. I support him 100%. But the reason why fans are a little bit skeptical is because of what we saw last year. Run first type of quarterback. And we all know the history, and no quarterback had won the Super Bowl besides Doug Williams way back in the day, So it is what it is. But
here's where I'll come back. Here's where I'll come back on that, JC. And I think we're all Hurts fans regardless. And I just probably happen to be the most psycho one of the bunch. Just because, like, I didn't expect the Eagles to, the whole thing. We didn't expect him to be here in the first place. Yeah. I was a fan of the player, the quarterback. I just didn't think there was a chance that he would be here. All heart. Loved his story. Loved the fact that he stood toe-to-toe with Tua and just said, I'm going to Oklahoma. I'll go my own way then. Carved his own path, and honestly looks like he's on a better path than he is right now. Well, we'll see what happens. There's Tyreek. There's a bunch of fun toys down there, but man, like, here's what I'll say. Best friend, you're always going to say positive things. I don't know. Like, to me, this is AJ Brown standing up for his best friend, not because, like, he doesn't have the skill set and he's covering it up. He's going, you fuckers just wait and see. I apologize if I can't curse.
No, you good, man. You good. At BU, this is BU. You come on here, you say what you want, BU. I love a genuine person that come on here. Us Eagle fans, and we are passionate. Even AJ Brown said it. You know what I mean? Fletcher Cox, he knows it. Every year they expect you to win. You know, if you don't win, this city is not built for the weak. Period. If you're the weak, hey, look, Apollo, take the broom and start sweeping them out the way. Just sweeping out the way. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and you're right about that, and so is everybody. Like, it's just true. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that, and there's nothing wrong with what AJ said too. And I'm not dismissing Derek Gunn either, by the way, which people want to do so badly. And may I remind everybody that a lowly reporter named Joe Santaliquito, who broke a wide open story about Carson Wentz, we basically killed, feathered, and got him out of there. And he was right. Not only was he right, the offensive line was telling him we don't believe in Carson Wentz, and we didn't believe it. So I do want to say I am still there's something there, but I really just think this is, if you want my honest opinion, a difference in opinion between Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie on who they think their quarterback is. And the owner still has say, and this is his call because he thinks he missed out on Russell Wilson. So, I know you're probably a little pessimistic, JC, but every parameter that this kid has been through keeps ticking up. There isn't a backwards for him. There might have been a backwards this season for sure, but let me ask you this. You even said before we came on, there was that massive change of play calling. It went from Nick Sirianni to Shane Steichen, and that's something that we touched on last year. There was just kind of a little blimp on the radar, and then everybody kind of blew past it. We're like, whoa, wait a minute. The head coach was calling plays, now isn't, and the team is better? That's the thing. So I think it's very hard for Jalen to go what I think is from an air raid offense, which looked like what they were trying to run.
It wasn't working.
And it wasn't working because they didn't have the white receivers and they didn't have the know-how of the offense, the accuracy, all of it about Jalen Hurts, and the criticisms were true. But there's a lot of context behind that, and don't bet against this kid. That's all I can say. You're going to see it.
Look, I'm not. I'm a big Hurts fan. Like I said, because I was cautiously optimistic. Because
that silly word again.
Because I listened to your podcast. Cautiously. You hate that word, but
how can you be cautious and optimistic at the same time? It just doesn't make sense.
But the thing is, Bird gained 31. All right, he's one of my best friends, my content creator. He is 17-0. Until proven otherwise. 16-1 until proven otherwise. I won a couple of jerseys from him last year because he was so optimistic, and I was so realistic. I was okay, put your money where your mouth is at. And we both Eagles fan, but I'm a realistic type of person. You know what I mean? The game is played on the field, not on paper. I love Hurts, and I believe. My bold prediction is he will be in the running for MVP. That's my bold prediction for this upcoming season. He will be in the running. So, you know what I mean? But I'm not just gonna, start the, have the parade, going down the road on week 1, celebrating a Super Bowl. No, because
he wins that Tampa game, are you? If he wins that Tampa game, are we having a different discussion?
Which Tampa game?
If he wins a playoff game against Tampa, it doesn't look embarrassing against a stacked $10. Are we having a different conversation?
Absolutely. I believe, and the reason why the Eagle fans are in the middle is because of the front office. It's always constantly rumors. Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Deshaun Watson. They tried everything. When everybody told them no, they settled. They literally settled.
Or throw this into the wrench.
Or what?
Do they know a guy like Jalen Hurts thrives thrives on that. And did they say and put this stuff in the offseason where, like, we can replace you anytime? You have the keys, but we can replace you anytime. So you better get on it, because he said and told us directly, coach me hard, don't mince words, and let's go. Yeah. So that's Howie Roseman, to me, stating his opinion through the media and saying, I will go get Russell Wilson. This quarterback carousel, I've got 4 picks. I've got 3 this year. I've got 2 this year. I can do anything I want, Jalen, and I'm betting on you. So don't fuck it up. I could definitely see something like that, especially when that person you're wearing says stuff like all-star team in the middle of July and makes
not a super team, though. Hey, look, he's not wrong. You know, and
he's
you know
not
what?
Wrong. He's not wrong.
But at the same time, you know, you can't. Basically, what he said made you cautiously optimistic.
Not at all.
Because,
not at all.
You know, so what's the point of saying all-star team? He can say it. So what's the problem with him saying it?
Just one problem, Jesse. You ready?
What?
He isn't an all-star. So yes, he's on an all-star team. That's true. But he himself, not an all-star.
And we definitely will get into Miles Sanders a little bit later. But all right, so what did you hear about Hurts on day one, officially day one on training camp, that have you like, oh my God, yo, this guy has improved or declined? Like, what is the rumor mill saying?
It's not even rumor mill. I'll give you guys this is what I keep an eye on. So being at several training camps, and then obviously being on the other side of that for so long too, you just kind of understand the rhythm of where people kind of go from, right? So to me, the biggest thing that you need to look for is when beat reporters are tweeting things along the lines of having a grasp of the offense. That stuff matters, because Jalen wasn't that way coming into training camp with Nick Sirianni. So I feel like the red zone stuff that we kind of got into in day one, where, wow, he looks really sharp. Wow, he hit this. There's that. And whatever. I guess Brandon Graham had a almost near interception, and there's a bunch of that stuff going on. So you do stuff like that. And here's the other thing I want you guys to pay attention to too, is I mentioned this on the last podcast of mine. Do not think that Gardner Minshew is not in this competition. And and I'm not saying that from a coaching perspective. I'm just saying the man just spent all offseason in a bus. He has told the coach and told everybody, I'm not a fucking number 2. I take number 2s, but I am not a number 2 quarterback in this league. Do not think this competition is over before the season starts, while the season is going, because that dude is very hungry. Now, granted, he's a little not what's that word? Talented, but
athletic. You know what I mean? We saw him against the Jets, man, almost got sacked a couple times, but you know, it is what it is.
Can evade. He is a workaholic with a dazed and confused personality. I can't help but not fall in love with him. Not to the point where I want him as a starter, and I'm not the guy that's going to be barking up that tree. I'm just telling you, this competition is not over.
Well, the reason why I think it's over, because this is Hurts. This is his 3rd year. I mean, there is no 50 option. We have to know what we have in Hurts. The team is set up. If you drop any quarterback that is, a decent quarterback with the arm, this team, the fans will be like Super Bowl, like Super Bowl, without no question. The question is this: we don't know what Hurts have yet. We know he can run, but I'm very optimistic based on day one. I mean, I did a video yesterday. I slow-mo for 15 minutes. His 3 passes that I saw that the reporters, posted on Twitter. How he was getting the ball out, anticipating, that the wide receiver was going to go. Of course, there's no defender. There's no DB, of course, but the ball was out. Before the wide receiver planted his foot, the ball was out of his hands. And as soon as the wide receiver turned, it was up to the wide receiver to find where the ball was at, and it was right on the money. So that right there, to me, shows that he heard the criticism. You had to throw these wide receivers open. You had to be accurate, and he's been working on that with A.J. Brown throughout the offseason. You know what I mean? So to me, I'm very optimistic that he will be 10 times better of a quarterback than he was last year, especially when he came out and said this is his first time since his dad coached him in high school in the same system. Like, first time high school. Like, this dude was successful at Alabama. Yes, he lost his job to Tua, but still, he still was able to win at the highest level. Went to Oklahoma. I've been runner-up. Brand new offense, was still able to be successful in college. So why can't he be even more successful, in Philly under the same system with better weapons at the highest level? Why not?
It would have to be a disaster for this passing offense not to monumentally improve. And if it doesn't, then yeah, we're probably going to QB2. But I mean, like, you nailed it. There is no way that this guy isn't going to improve. And you might be thinking, JC, it is the first day of training camp and you're doing Zapruder film on his accuracy. And like, it's important because he worked with Tom House all offseason.
And Tom Brady.
And if you are not more accurate and the ball is not coming out faster, then you didn't do anything in the offseason. So, yes, check mark. Thank God. He is already looking as if he's more accurate. He's getting the ball out quicker. Let's see what happens when the pads come on.
All right, so besides Hurts, what else did you hear from the training camp from either A.J. Brown, Quez Watkins, Rager? I mean, what else did you hear that happened that was like, okay, all right, hey, we might be onto something here.
You ready for the dark horse? This is going to be the favorite of training camp.
Rager.
Not Rager.
Okay, all right. Because he's the MVP Super Bowl winner and training camp. One-handed backwards. It doesn't matter. Throw it. Hey, he gonna catch with the pinky. Rager is the MVP. So what is the surprise right now?
First and foremost, that comment down below, Hurts is starting day one. I'm not trying to start a quarterback controversy, by the way.
What comment? What comment is that?
But I'm just saying, like, it's not all the way over, even if it looks over. So that's all I'm saying. And the name you need to know is that Grant Calcaterra, everybody. Yeah. Yeah. That is going to be everyone's favorite training camp darling from here to eternity. And just wait till he gets working with the ones. I think he'll be a fan favorite for sure. And I honestly a very good chance to make the team between him and Tyreek. So or Tyree, excuse me. So I think that's something to look forward to.
Yeah, and plus he's on the pup list. Jackson, like we all had high hopes for him last year. He got hurt with the last game of the season, and then unfortunately, like a season-ending injury, and now he's starting off the season, on a pup list. But yes, look, and that's another weapon that Jalen Hurts is familiar with. At OU, the playing days. So I mean, look, I'm okay if he's a Cinderella. Like, I was thinking one of the wide receivers might be a Cinderella story, because right now we have Smith and AJ and Quez and we signed Greg Ward, so Ward got to be in there, Zach Pascal. But who is the Cinderella wide receiver? Rager, Allen. There's another one, a fast one that return kicks. Like, who's the Cinderella wide receiver on the Philadelphia Eagles that people like, please sign him. Do not put him on. Do not put him on the practice squad. Please sign him.
Well, what do you think? I almost feel as though there's not even anything worth getting from Rager.
Oh yeah.
So I think he's kind of.
He tweeted out saying, "Hey, a year 3, I'm ready." You know what I mean? But look, the Philadelphia Eagles have always had, players that take a while to develop. BG wasn't always BG. You know, his 5th year was his breakout year. I mean, even Barnett, I understand he jumped off sides. Like he is the worst, and you know, timely penalties. He's one of the worst I've ever seen. You know what I mean? Ever seen.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, okay, maybe this him getting released, no one signing him coming back to the Eagles is like, okay, eye opener for me, and now he's not going to be asked to do a lot in a rotational piece. Do you feel like that he could break out? So I feel like these guys takes a while to break out in Philly, unless you are proven like a Devontae Smith or Deshaun Jackson or Macklin, which like year 1, year 2, boom, they hit the floor running. But now it's like slow. It's like Rager, Hightower.
Well, and JC, think about this too. Rager was the last wide receiver drafted by Doug and all that other stuff. So, hey, Tony, thanks for the comment, man. And if it's true for Jalen, it's true for Rager. You know, like, yeah, he probably was in an offense for a year, and then he moved on to Knicks, and now he's here, unless I'm skipping a year in between there. And if I am, I apologize. But I don't know, man. Listen, what if Rager needed A.J. Brown all along? Because he's not, he got drafted for speed. He got drafted for a bunch of different reasons. The same with Devontae Smith. I mean, I know the popular thing has been like A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith A.J. Brown's going to open up Devontae Smith so much more and help all that stuff. Yeah. I actually think Rager or Quez Watkins are really the beneficiaries of those two guys, because Vince brought this up, and I think it's pretty smart. Like, we've tried Rager on the outside so much. If you just stick Quez or Rager specifically in the slot, while you've got like AJ beating you up in the middle, and then there's sure. I'm having such a baby brain, I can't even remember our starting tight end right now, JC.
Goddard.
Thank you. My goodness. So you've got AJ Brown and Goddard kind of like clouding up the middle. Devontae Smith, an amazing route runner, is going to bust wide open. And then there's speed that can go anywhere. It can go in motion. It can go streak. That's kind of what the Chiefs do. They make you forget about, those angle routes where it's all speed. So, and plus, he can stay off of social media now and not worry about being the number one guy. Just go catch a touchdown,
I don't know that's going to keep him on social media, because today I saw, year 3, I'm ready. He tweeted out, somebody posted. So I don't know if that's going to keep him on social media, but I'm glad mentally, because it seemed like year in and year out, he's suffering some losses that's close to him. You know what I mean? So that does mess with your mind. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm glad that he's in a better mindset now. Year 3, let's go get it. Whatever he tweeted out. So hey, we'll see what happens. I'm
sorry, JC. I meant to say the only other small thing was just like, I think it'll be interesting to see how real Quez Watkins as wide receiver 3 is, because everybody just kind of like dismissed Zach Pascal, and then Zach's like, whoa, hold on. Just chill out for a second. Like, I'm not just fucking Swiss cheese here. So I'd really like to know how that works out, even though obviously speed would probably matter more there. But do you think Pascal's got an outside shot here to get a little frisky?
Look, Nick loved his guys, and Nick knew Pascal from the Colts, so he brought him over for a reason. But we'll see. Pascal, to me, remind me of a Rager. That's what we wanted Rager to be, a slot guy, just go catch the ball in the middle, like the tough catches, but it wasn't. Wishful thinking, it was not, Rager so far. The last thing I remember is me doing play-by-play, playoff game, the Buccaneers. God damn it, Rager, why you fumble that punt? They gave the Tampa Bay Bucks a short field touchdown. Like, and that's all I remember right now. So, so unless he changed my mind right now, it is what it is. Pascal will start over Rager any day. But Suave, what was Tyree injury? It was a knee injury, against Dallas. He hurt his knee, which took him out. So basically a season-ending injury. But He's recovering well, so we'll see what happens. But he will start the training camp. Like I don't know how far into the season he'll be on the pup list, but right now he's on the pup list. But all right, so let's move on real quick. So, what is your expectation for Jalen Hurts, and do you see him getting a new contract in the season? Like, what is okay? So, what stat line would say, okay, the Eagles did not make the playoffs, but it wasn't Hurts' fault? Like, what? Like, we need to sign him because it wasn't his fault that we didn't make the playoffs. It was X, Y, and Z, but it wasn't the quarterback fault. What is your expectation and what the stat line for you to sign him to a long-term contract this offseason?
I'm never signing Jalen Hurts to a long-term contract, no matter how good he does after this season. At all. He could be MVP. He's got to win the Super Bowl for me to pay him. Let me just say that. So if you don't win the Super Bowl or get to the NFC Championship game somewhere around there, like I'm going to – how did you win a Super Bowl in the first place? Carson Wentz was able to be on a rookie deal while Nick Foles, you could afford him to come on. And like JC, games are not going to slow down anytime soon. And this is something I've preached actually, honestly, since Jalen Hurts got drafted. More players are going to get hurt. More quarterbacks are going to get hurt for a longer term. Stop paying them. Stop paying them so early. You got to break the system a little bit and kind of go to I don't know how many people watch hockey here, but like the NHL has a backup goalie that has legitimate, like you're starting these games no matter what. And I think that's what we're going to get into. But regardless of all that, that's kind of like a bigger brain stuff. It's you just keep the quarterback cheap. That's how you win Super Bowls. Like no one, statistical anomaly or not, maybe just everyone's a terrible mathematician. Once you pay the quarterback, nobody wins a Super Bowl, or it's very rare that it does. So you have to keep him cheap. He's a second-round pick. You tag him a second. You sign him in between one tag. And you don't piss him off. But like that's where I would go here.
So you saying, all right, so this is Hurts' third year. All right, there's no 50 option. So if he does great, all right, he's going into his fourth year as a lame duck quarterback, no contract, and you willing to roll the dice like the Cowboys did with Dak Prescott. And then if he have a decent year, not a great year as before, you know what I mean, like Dak Prescott, but the value of a quarterback is not going to go down. It would never go down no more. It only going to shoot up. So you telling me, you as the GM of the Eagles, knowing that you have these players locked up now, A.J. Brown is locked up for a long time. Yes, Kelsey is basically on his last year, but we have his replacement. Fletcher Cox on his last year. We have his replacement. Bradbury on a 1-year deal. We could always get another 1-year deal. But the most important position. So you telling me, unless he wins a Super Bowl
this year,
this year is the only way you should sign him to a long-term contract. Kyler Murray, folks.
No.
Kyler Murray. Come on.
No. Kyler's, this is a whole different thing. Kyler, the Arizona Cardinals left themselves no choice when they went, the guy we drafted last year, see ya, you're in, and we're all in because we made a change that quickly. The Eagles drafted Jalen Hurts as a backup, didn't start in year one. Okay. They are going to be responsible from their eyes for his career in giving him this opportunity, making him the starter, developing him to a point, using all those resources to go get A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith to make him the best quarterback of all, that he possibly can. Here's the only thing where I would change my mind.
Oh, boy, the fans are about to get on you right now. The fans are coming for your head right now. I mean,
I don't know why, but here's why. Suave's exactly going to it. You take Carson Wentz's contract and what we offered him in 2018, 19, whenever that was. You take that at that price, and you got a deal. Because then I'm all in. The cap's going up massively over the next 2 years, and it gives you a ton of cushion, and all of those first-round picks next year look really, really sexy. So would I pay market value for Jalen Hurts? Absolutely not in this year. Yeah. Would I pay him under market this year if he has a great year? Absolutely.
But
100%.
You said you would not unless he won a Super Bowl. See, look, I asked you, would you sign him to an extension? And like, what would it be? You said, I would not unless he won the Super Bowl. That's when the fans started going crazy. But
because anything short of that, what are you paying him? If he only wins one playoff game, what are you paying him? Market value? Are you paying him the price? What are you doing?
The fact that he won one playoff game got us in the divisional round, because the wild-card round, but the divisional round, but still had, guess what? 2 first-round picks to build off of that. So the following year, we might even go further because this guy took the next step. And now he has even more weapons, either on offense or defense, a safety, whatever it is. But he has even more help. And now, do not be like the Dallas Cowboys, man. Yo, Jerry Jones is like, you push my hand.
Hold on,
I'm
JC.
sorry I paid your ass.
When is Howie Roseman ever lost? Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Well, he let some people go that we wish that we kept, like a Jordan Hicks, right?
When it comes to the cap, and are we missing Jordan Hicks? Not
Russell
really.
Douglas. If we, he went out to Green Bay and balled out in Green Bay and got in.
Yeah, but I'm talking about money. Saying. I'm talking about, when did he put money that was just so wrong, other than Nnamdi Asomugha, which is the only one I can think about.
Byron Maxwell.
That's Chip Kelly.
But that was Chip Kelly, because that was the year that he took over. Okay, yes.
That's all I'm saying. No matter how you and I or anybody feels, Howie Roseman will take care of us. We will sit right in the middle. But you are making me change my answer a little bit. If it's under market,
go home, sir.
Listen, Curly. I'm already home.
But I think the wording was like, hey, you would never, unless he made the, other Super Bowl.
I shouldn't have said never. I shouldn't have said never.
There's 30 other teams, because there's only 2 teams that make the Super Bowl. Yeah. So there's 30 other teams that don't make the Super Bowl, and they got franchise quarterback that signed.
You know what it is, Jesse? I got scared because I was just going, no, you don't pay fucking Jalen Hurts $40 million this year. No, but it is.
Whoa, Marina.
Marina. You had to say that, huh? You had to ruin the story.
Wow. 2017 was an absolute fluke. What in the?
It wasn't a fluke. Was not a fluke.
We had the best quarterback in the NFL, on the road to win the NFL MVP, a top 5 defense, takeaways like crazy, they're just shutting teams down, the top 3 offense in the league. So that's why we was able to win the Super Bowl, because the offense was still there, the defense was still there. The only thing that was missing was the quarterback, but we still was able to put plays in place. And then throughout the whole season, your left tackle went out, and Peters, and Jason Peters. Your middle linebacker went out, and Jordan Hicks. Your special team captain went out, and Marigos. Your starting running back went out, and Sproles. Like, your starting quarterback went out. It was teams that win championships have luck along the way. But you can't say that the season was a fluke to 2000. No. Did you see Nick Foles play the best, 2 games in any quarterback in NFL history? The championship round and the Super Bowl. That's not a fluke. All year we've been scoring. That wasn't a problem. The problem is Tom Brady is on the other side, so you better keep up. The problem is we could not score. The problem is was we gonna make enough plays to stop Tom Brady? I mean, it's just one of them things. Hey, I appreciate you, Marina Sands. You know what I mean? Yo, she's been with me, and throughout last all season and throughout the play-by-play calls this past season. But I have to disagree with that. What's your take on that?
You pretty much said it all, man. There was no way that they were ever going to get beat with that schedule. With that type of depth, like everything just worked out. I mean, you can call it a fluke, but the Robinson thing, yes, total fluke. The fact that like Darby broke his ankles and then came back and like made a crazy like game-saving first seed-saving interception against the Raiders. Yeah, there are flukes during the season that went your way, but that team was way back in it this very next year with again the same situation and a backup quarterback, and who knows what happens if Alshon catches that ball. So
exactly. All right, so hey, look, AJ Brown impact on the Philadelphia Eagles. We got AJ Brown. A lot of people are still pinching themselves. I'm done pinching myself. I got bruises all over. I'm done pinching myself. I'm awake. I'm awake. So like, how much of an impact do you see AJ Brown having on the Philadelphia Eagles, and how much more is he going to open this offense, or do you just see it run first and then boom, 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 a couple throws to AJ Brown? Like, I mean, what do you see this offense with AJ Brown on it?
Not the Titans offense, I can tell you that, and and I mean that in a very positive way. Where I don't think we understand how good this guy is, and like. It's to your point, JC. I know you're not pinching yourself anymore, but like,
I'm done.
Yeah, the level of wide receiver we're about to watch on Sundays, Monday nights, and an occasional Thursday night is just unbelievable impact. Like, it changes the entire offense. Yeah.
I mean, look, I agree. I think that AJ Brown. And my prediction is this: he's not even going to be the best wide receiver on the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith broke the rookie record reception-wise last year, set by Deshaun Jackson, and he did not have nobody on the opposite side of him.
Mm-hmm.
Greg Ward, Rager. I mean,
wait, are you disrespecting
know.
J-Jaw's 19 snaps?
Yo, J-Jaw cost me a jersey. I bet it on this man. 1 touchdown in 17 games, and I lost a jersey. 1. Look. I don't care if it's a fumble recovery in the end zone, a punt return. I don't care. He cost me a jersey, and I had to pay this man, Tone the Shield, another Eagle content creator, lunch, which was more than J-Jaw jersey. Cost me J-Jaw jersey. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, J-Jaw, I'm done with J-Jaw. I mean, J-Jaw jersey is like $10. You know what I mean? Okay. At the Goodwill. You know what I mean? At the Goodwill. I mean, ain't nobody buying no J-Jaw jersey, So I was done with him. So, like, Devontae Smith did all that by himself, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he had, Goddard, which kind of like, picked up after week 6 or 7 when Zach Ertz got traded. But at the same time, this offense, we didn't even know who was calling the plays.
Right.
But now we know everything's going to change. So I'm just saying that last year, if Smith could do what he did last year without someone taking the pressure off of him, going up against the top tier corners, against against Diggs, you know what I mean? Those guys, that top tier corners in the league, and still being able to break the rookie record. Yes, I understand there's one Western game. Calm down. There's one Western game. I get it. But at the same time, everything picked up in the second half when Shane Steichen started calling the plays. Hurts started being, more comfortable. It is what it is. But I feel like that Devontae Smith will outshine AJ Brown, because AJ Brown requires you to double team him.
No, boy.
Go ahead. Go. Go ahead.
This is why It's not even. It's no disrespect to Devontae at all.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
all. It's just AJ's already proven it over and over again with. I mean, it's Ryan Tannehill. I mean, it's not like it's some like.
Who's the better thrower, Tannehill or Hurts?
Right now, Tannehill barely, but it's
all right,
arm strength, all that stuff.
How could you, if he made the Pro Bowl with Tannehill, with a better passer? The reason why, the Eagle fans are not, putting up their Super Bowl champ hats and the Super Bowl parade is because of the throwing of Jalen Hurts. So that's all I'm saying.
That's their fault. I'm so. Can I say that?
Okay,
can I say this, JC? I am
go ahead.
so fucking tired of talking about Jalen Hurts' arm strength. It's great. It's fine. It's whatever you want it to be because it's way better than everybody thinks it is. Why do we think this guy can't throw? Yes, the mechanics were off. Are they fixable? Absolutely. Is the accuracy fixable? Yes. Does he have the brain to understand all this? Yes. All this other stuff. Why? I can't wait to fucking dunk on everybody when this kid, like you said, is in the MVP race, is doing all these things. And we're like, why is this happening? It's because he's using his elusiveness now to guys that understand how to get open. And to your point, that's where Devontae Smith is going to win. It's when he's extending those plays and AJ's helping him out. Devontae's helping him out. And when corners are going crazy, even the Diggs and all that of the world, Jalen's going to pull up, and you know who's going to be there? Quez Watkins, Kenny Gainwell, and whoever else, because now he has a ton of different options instead of one. And if you think, oh, no, not him, not 2-6, the wrong number. Kenny Gainwell's going to take over the offense, and we're going to forget about Miles Sanders by week 10. Put it on a billboard.
All right, and we're about to get into it. Look, right, our next question is, do you see Miles Sanders and Philly in the future? Like, talk to me. I watch your podcast. If you are not, following his podcast, please go follow his podcast. I'm telling you right now, you would not want to miss his take on Miles Sanders at all. Please go follow Bell and the Birds. I promise you. I mean, they have giveaways, some hot takes. Just go follow and listen.
That's how that turn into cold takes, I might add.
Yeah. So that's how I find, my guy John, because I was like, you know what, man, let me follow some Eagle, content creators and stuff like that. And I started hearing this Miles Sanders slander. So let's talk about your Miles Sanders slander. Do you see Miles Sanders in Philly in the future? And why not?
Absolutely not. Like, this is Howie Roseman's wanting him to be shady so bad it's not working out. And listen, if I can say positive things about Rager, I'm sure I can find some about Miles, and there's a lot more positive about Miles than Rager, and I'm not even gonna compare the two. Yeah, but for a running back with the best offensive line in the league, which is indisputable at this point, for how he's had it from Wentz to whoever, who needs everything perfect. He needs everything perfect. That means he's not a good running back, meaning, you know why Miles is struggling? Because he needs to be lined up behind center with Jalen Hurts under center, not an RPO. That's not his style. Well, then I don't know what to tell you. It's unreal that he doesn't hit a hole. How does the man have no touchdowns last year? Zero. Everyone points to his yards, and I couldn't care less about yards. You give me yards, I'm going to throw up into this bowl right here. It doesn't matter when you have the offensive line is doing most of the work. So if there's holes open everywhere and you're not seeing them, facts, and you're not blasting through on home runs like you used to, also facts. He's just not worth any type of extension, any type of whatever, and use him as best as he can, because he's not going to catch any balls this year, and he's first day of camp dropping him like he always does. So I'm tired of a second-round pick having this hero status that is nowhere close to it and acting as if I'm the bad guy. Do better.
You are the bad guy, John.
I'm not a bad guy.
Wait. How do you take a guy out of the game? How you rush for 140-something yards, 130-something yards, and not score a touchdown? You know why? Because once you are from 20 to the 20, your coach taking you out, You know what I mean? He is the bell cow from
No.
When's the coaches took him out. The coaches took him out. I'm watching the game. I'm like, no, Miles, stay in. The coach was like, A whole new package came in.
You think they're varsity bluesing Miles Sanders? Like, oh, they just wanted to score touchdowns?
A contract extension.
Then why?
It's a conspiracy theory. I'm telling you right now. They don't want to pay. They don't want to pay Miles Sanders the money of Ezekiel Elliott because they see how once you pay a running back, they just go splash. So last year, there's no way. That's why he was so pissed off. When he started running the ball, he's slamming the ball. He's like, I'm running out of bounds. I don't care what you tell me. I'm running out of bounds because y'all pissed me off because I've been against the Washington football team. He rushed it for 140-something yards both times. And not
zero
touchdown. Why? Once he got into the red zone, the package changed. Go back, watch the game. He was not in the game.
JC, you answer this question right now. He got goal line opportunities multiple times.
No, not
you
really.
Go back and watch.
No.
See, this is weak.
Even against the 49ers. Week 2 against the 49ers. Chris Watkins, 91-yard bomb. Down to a 3-yard line. Matter of fact, it went down to a 3-yard line because it was a pass.
All the trick plays.
Whatever it is. Run. No. Pass. My bad. Not run. Pass with Jalen Hurts. The Philly Stupid Show. You know what I mean? This Philly Stupid Show. You know what I mean? That was the dumbest thing I ever saw. That you inside the 3, you don't run the ball. Why not? It's because Nick Sirianni, to me, in my opinion, in my observation, he waited his whole life to call plays. So once he got his opportunity, he had an offense of mind saying, you know what? This is what I want this offense to look like. He did not look at his personnel. And he came out firing 30, 40 passing attempt for a young quarterback. Unheard of.
They went to a running offense for half of the year and didn't score a touchdown.
Miles Sanders got hurt against the Raiders, and he was on the verge of having a breakout, game, and that's why we kept on running it. But at the same time, he got hurt against the Raiders, and then the Eagles committed to the run during the Raiders game, and in 3 more games, which Miles Sanders missed 3 games in a row. Once he got back, so now we're like
did the offense
games in.
But the offense miss him while he was gone?
But the thing is, Nick Sirianni, the light bulb went off. He probably gave up the play calling halfway through the season. That's why we saw us running the ball more. He gave up the play calling halfway through the season. Who knows, week 6, week 7, because how things changed against Detroit. We started running 200+ yards from Detroit on up.
Mm-hmm.
Miles Sanders got hurt right before Detroit, but started running the ball.
JC, do you think they're going back to a running offense this year? Like they're not.
I think that they are going to be 55-45. Let me see, 55-45. Perfect, 100%. You know what I mean? It carried it one. So I felt like because we need to see what Hurts have, we need to see what Jalen Hurts have. So it's going to be a little bit more on Jalen Hurts. So 55% is passing, but 45% is the run. So I promise
I don't think it's anywhere close to that. Just as a prediction,
what?
I think it's.
What's your prediction?
65-35.
Of what?
Pass the run. You're passing. If you just signed A.J. Brown, you just got telling me about Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins, all these weapons, and you're going to hand the ball off? Get out of town. Leave right now.
If 45% is not, that's a good balance.
That's a terrible balance.
What?
Balance doesn't exist anymore. Like the traditional balance doesn't exist. Just get the man touches. He's more valuable in the passing game than he is in the running game, and he can't do that. This team is going to throw a lot. It's only going to run when it has a lead. That's what it's going to try and do. It's the Arizona Cardinals here they're trying to build. They're not. Why do we constantly believe that this is a running offense? It's not.
Because our offensive line is better when they run. Our offensive line, look, we have, Jason Kelsey, Lane Johnson, they're both, 10-plus year vets. Agree? I mean, a lot of wear and tear on just trying to block guys, just pushing them back. We saw how the Philadelphia Eagles were successful when these offensive linemen were pulling. When Jason Kelsey, God, at 80 years old, he was like, come on, Miles, follow me, man. I got you. He was like, exactly, against the Washington football team, right? I mean, this dude, the Eagles are a more of a rushing offensive lineman than a passing. I don't know why, but for some odd reason, they are better in running than pass blocking. 300-pound linemen are not meant to bend backwards.
But unless you have the forces, man, you guys are driving me crazy. This is not. This is so not true. I mean, Jalen Hurts had plenty of time last year. He just looked lost.
But then he had the wide receiver. Then he had the wide receiver open to throw to.
A couple of times. I think that
is not like a 17 game.
So
sample.
Very over dramatic in terms of all that from the all 22 guys, by the way, which I thought was hilarious. But listen, all right, we might not agree on Miles, and that's okay.
Okay,
but
yeah,
we do
Miles
agree
for life, baby. Miles for life.
Get ready to put it in the J-Jaw graveyard and JC's jerseys, buddy.
I buried that last year when I paid $40 for lunch. You know what I mean? I buried the J-Jaw thing. I'm done with J-Jaw.
Okay, here we go. Another lunch bet then. Okay. And I won't rob your wallet. We'll just keep it to a sandwich or whatever the equivalent is.
All right.
But Miles Sanders is not on this football team next year.
I'll take that lunch bet.
Okay. All right. I like that.
Hey, all right. All right. We got everybody saw it. All 13, 16, 18 people watching. Everybody saw it. That's what I'm saying. Look, I'm telling you right now, I think that Miles Sanders, this is his breakout year. And I won't be surprised if Howie signed him before week 5 or 6, just like he did Devontae Maddox last year, and he signed about, week 5, week 6, boom, Maddox, a contract extension because he foresee the future, how Maddox was one of the top slot corners in the league. But look, agree to disagree, you know what I mean? We're not going to keep you long. So look, all right, so defensive scheme. All right, so what do you want to see the Philadelphia Eagles run? JG, his second year in the system, he had the second full year of helping either free agency and drafting these guys, the Kobe Dean, Jordan Davis, Kaiser White, Hassan Reddick, a Bradbury. I mean, what do you see this defense looking like?
Very sexy. It's like it's got a lot of different moving parts, and I honestly now kind of fully believe, and I don't know if you feel this way too, that like Jonathan Gannon can now execute what he wanted to. And I think a lot of that was personnel based last year. I mean, we're all seeing it now just in the first day of training camp. But, God bless Vince Quinn at the end of last year, as we were wrapping up, was just going, this is the perfect opportunity to just switch over to a 3-4 because you're losing all these guys. You're going to lose Fletch. Brandon Graham's probably not going to be here. All this other different stuff. So
that's facts.
The fact that Jordan Davis is here was almost as exciting as A.J. Brown being here, at least for me, because that was the guy I targeted all along and couldn't believe that he's here. So I thought that this defense is going to be fast, aggressive, and I wouldn't suspect, it's been pretty popular. Just imagine Jordan Davis only being there in first and second down, but I don't see him going anywhere, guys. I think he's going to be their third down player right away, and just kind of see how they use him and weave him kind of in and out with Fletch and Hargrave. And, there are going to be a lot of 3-4-4-3 looks, and you're going to have to do that. But I keep saying this and people feel like I'm being crazy, but Brandon Graham's probably going to stand up a couple of times during the game. And I would suspect that Josh Sweat does too. So
the NASCAR package from 2017,
but a little bit of a different variance. Somebody will be down, like Reddick will be down or up, or Graham will be down or up, and there's just where I think the sacks are going to end up coming, which is we're not going to be used to, is the linebacking core. Like it's. I feel like they just want to clear the gaps and let the linebackers go shoot, let their safeties go shoot, and kind of give us a little more of that aggressiveness that we've been dying for since Jim Johnson unfortunately left us. And I'm really excited to see what it is. I don't know if it's going to be top, but I think it's going to be very complicated and very improved from what we've been witnessing the last year here.
Look, I mean, anything from last year is better. It seems like last year we flex our muscles, like we bully some bad quarterbacks, like the Teddy Bridgewater, the Sam Darnold, you know what I mean? Yeah, we bullied a lot of bad quarterbacks. We flex our muscles, interception came, fumbles came, but then when we play a decent quarterback, or a good quarterback, we kind of like shied away a little bit. So I mean, like, do you feel like it's going to be the same type of defense? I mean, because last year, according to Jimmy Smith, another Eagle content creator, he had the stats that the Eagles was running 3-4 50% of the time, like even over that, a 3-4 defense. So, I mean, do you feel like with these players now that we could be a little bit more aggressive and against good or bad quarterbacks, we could stay the same way?
Well, and to that point exactly. Like, do you remember when we were beating up on all those bad quarterbacks and what they were doing? They were sending everybody. They were sending safety blitzes, corner blitzes, all these. I was like, ooh, that's what he wants to do and can't. So, after he got done fighting with Fletcher Cox, I guess in week 6 or whatever that was, things started to like chill out, and you kind of decided
against the Raiders.
Yeah. And this is the other thing I thought of too. Nick Sirianni, Shane Steichen, right? And in the middle of the year, Jonathan Gannon was in the middle of the pack with everybody else. And then all of a sudden he was on the opposite side of the 20 from everybody. So what I think happened also with this, not only did the coach give off his play calling duties, but now we know that Jonathan Gannon's going to be a hot commodity for a head coach. So he's obviously has somebody already calling plays on the defensive side of the ball. And I don't know who that is yet, and I bet you we find out pretty shortly. But to me, it looks like Nick Sirianni and Jonathan Gannon are the constructors and the managers, and they're like, a little more of this, a little more of that, go to this play call, go to this sheet, go to that sheet. I think both sides are doing the same thing. They figured it out at the same time. And you're going to see a lot more aggressiveness because Jonathan Gannon can just stay in the scholastic game planning, and you got to have somebody that can shoot from the hip. And those guys, apparently, just a prediction, I think they suck at shooting at the hip. I think they're bad play callers right now. So that's why they're handing it off. Yeah,
and look, hey, I think 80% of Philly fans was praying that JG got a head coaching job so we could go out and find another defensive coordinator because they do not believe. Hey, bring anybody out because just based on what they saw, yes, we may not have the players, but we didn't even try. That's the bad thing about it. The Chargers game was there for the taking, but we didn't even try. Like, we were up that game or tied that game, whatever it was. Fourth quarter, a minute and a half left, and we got hey, let's play zone, everybody. And they march, and boom, a field goal. Like, it's just like Eagle fans are like, come on, man, you didn't even try. At least try. Let us see that you're trying and fail. Then not even try at all and have us second guessing. What if? What if this? What if that? What if? You know what I mean, that's the whole thing. So the Jonathan Gannon thing. This all season, I was like, yes, come on, Jets. Come on, Oakland. Come on, anybody. And like, God damn it, he's back. Shit. Come on. I was like, all right. I guess we got to deal with him for one more year, but we don't believe in JG. You know what I mean? Just like Miranda said, Gannon doesn't believe in blitzing. We're used to an aggressive.
I don't think that's true at all.
What? Listen, all right, go ahead. Tell me real quick.
Just look at the difference between what was starting there. Can you blitz with Alex Singleton?
What the thing is
no.
See, the thing
He's your
about
starting middle linebacker.
This, I hear you, but the thing about blitzing is this. I watched the second half of a lot of games. All he did was put a fifth lineman on the line. The offensive line, the defense was getting pressure. Like, and we're not talking about just blitzing, just sending everybody constantly. The first half, he's so stuck on playing a 4-3. Like, the 4 linemen were not getting home. He doesn't adjust. All of a sudden, the second half, freaking Avery, the middle linebacker.
Fletcher Cox weren't allowed to do it. They literally thought about it. Fletcher Cox demanded a trade in the middle of the season and said, it's either my way or this guy can go fuck himself. That's literally what happened. What can Jonathan Gannon do at that point? But just go, let's just run Jim Schwartz's defense.
No, but you have to know your players, though. You have to know the strength and weaknesses.
But no. If Fletcher Cox, who is the only working great part of your defense right now as it was constructed, you have to do what he says. Otherwise, he's not going to play. He's handcuffing you. I'm just saying, I don't believe anything you've heard about Jonathan Gannon up to this point. Don't think he's not a fan of blitzing. Don't think he's not a fan of
So let me ask you a question have you watched any game last year and was like, oh my God, why aren't we blitzing?
No, who's blitzing? And who's covering when you're blitzing? You're leaving Slay out on an island.
You have to be creative. You have to.
No, come on, man. You have to try. No, you can't. They did exactly what they
can't try at all. You cannot try.
The problem last year was the offense, full stop, 100%. They couldn't score points. That defense would have been good enough for an 11-game win, but they couldn't put it in the end zone. And there's 3 games that we already talked about. San Francisco is one of them. It's glaring. The other
Chargers is another one.
Glaring. Like, it's unbelievable how much the offense let this team down.
I think that we might have had a chance against the Chiefs because we were within the 1 score against the Chiefs. If Devontae Smith did not step out of bounds and it came in, caught the ball for a touchdown. I mean, we down by 3 or 4 points. So we was going up back and forth. So, I mean, we're from Philly, man. Rocky, gave us hope. You got to go down swinging. Character. I don't give a damn what he is. He gave me hope. God damn it. I run up the stairs every time like, yes, I got hope. I don't care if it's fictional, cartoon. I don't care. I don't care. Give us hope. Not blitzing does not give you hope. Not even trying until the second half. So, see, I'm thinking like, blitzing is like just sending everybody. No. Mm-hmm. The offensive line, why are we having more success in the second half than the first half? All because now you just throw Avery, a linebacker on the offensive line to charge, and now you got like 5 against.
And where's Jernard Avery today?
But the thing is this, he's the reason why we won against the Washington football team last year. We would not even make the playoffs. We would not make the playoffs.
Look at how much changed in one offseason in the defense. It's completely new. Other than the safeties and Fletcher Cox, everything is new. Exactly. There's no linebacker that's. I mean, like, think about that. TJ Edwards and Sean Bradley are now going to be probably buried on the depth chart.
Yeah, I mean, crazy facts. Look, I could be here all night with you, man. I love your energy, love your passion, and I love the fact that we always do not agree. And I love it because, Eagles fans and, fans think that, hey, we should agree on everything. Yes. Oh, oh my God. Yes. 17-0. Nah. No. I have my own opinions. What I saw, you have your own opinions, and I love it. So, a couple more questions for you. How do you see the offense running with Steichen Cardinal plays? He took over halfway through last year. We were successful in running the ball. And I know that defense coordinator get paid for a reason. Mm-hmm. They get paid to dissect every run that the Philadelphia Eagles did. So I know for a fact we're not even going to try to run 100% of the time this year. So how do you see this offense running now, knowing that Steichen took over halfway through last year? With getting AJ Brown, how do you see this offense working out?
From just his point of view, I don't know. Like, it's there are things about him. There's like when he was with the Chargers, I really didn't understand his identity a lot of the time because it was run heavy. but it wasn't so run heavy that it was just like you're having a Kyle Shanahan like offense where you're ripping 6 or 7 off a clip. It's just there are times where I just felt very brain farty. So I kind of just, once we found that out, I go, oh, that's a little bit of probably why this offense is taking a while. And Shane's not complicated. I don't know if you've ever heard him talk, but he's very pointed. He's a great communicator, all those things.
Yeah.
I don't know yet. That's all I can say. Like, I don't know where I fall with Shane, but I feel like a lot of the stuff he did last year is exactly what Stoutland would call, because he's the run game coordinator. So, I don't know exactly what to give Shane credit or not credit for at this point. And I think a lot of it's just because we need to see Jalen fling that thing, and really understand the concepts. The concepts are awesome. The execution, so we'll see. I don't know yet, but I think like I said before, a lot more throwing, a lot less running.
Yeah, I mean, you said what 60? What
65%? 65%. I would say it'd be, 65% of the time in the first half. Let's make that clear. And if they have the lead, then that's going to shrink back down. So typically, when you have a balanced team in 50-50, you're good. No, that's so not true.
Look, if we go 65%, we are 7.
That's average in the NFL right now. What are you talking about? Right there, that is average. Unless you're winning, and then that's like 50-50. If you win games, you're
but
running
the
more.
teams that have won the big games are balanced or a run.
No, they're not. No, they're not. None of them are.
Matthew Stafford made a couple. To get there, maybe. With the Josh Allen back. The Patrick Mahomes game, we nearly saw, throw.
I'll take that. Thanks.
But we don't have that. I'm sorry, but we don't have that. That's just a reality. But everybody think the 60-40% pass. Imagine, I think it's about 55-45. I really feel like do they trust Jalen Hurts enough to make him throw, because
the head coach is wearing his face on his chest.
Of
course they do.
And AJ Brown is one that Hurts season had from Lowell Bronson, another great Eagles content creator. He's the one that made that hat last year, by the way. That's AJ awesome. Brown hit him up and said, "Yo, bro, where can I get a Hurts season hat?" He was like, "Yo, just send me your address. I will ship it to you." And bam, he shipped it to him, and boom, he popped it up. First day of training camp. Great. Man. So, we on the map. The Eagle, content creators are on the map. So I'm glad for that. But, I really feel like that you don't need a superstar quarterback to win the big game. Like, you need a well-balanced. Come on. Hey, Matthew Stafford did not light up the Super Bowl now. You know what I mean? He didn't light up the Super Bowl.
Because the NFL wanted to make sure that the Rams won the Super Bowl.
NFL, come on, man.
But it's all just, see, when it gets down to all that stuff, we always get into these conversations. It's like, yes, but in the Super Bowl, Nick Foles also flung it for 353 yards over the guy that was throwing for 500 and keep throwing the ball.
I was like, but we also had to lead by a double digit. So now they had no choice but to throw the ball. So just like Dak Prescott, a whole bunch of empty calories. All of a sudden, people was like, Dak Prescott is a top 5 quarterback. No, he's not. I mean, have you watched the Cowboys play? Have you watched these games where he only plays good when they're down a lot of points, double digits, in the third quarter? And now he got
when they're running tempo, when they're doing all that. Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So this whole thing of the ranking is overrated. But you said that, hey, 60% throw, 40% run. Hey, we just gonna have to see. Man. But
it's gonna be a lot more creative. Regardless. I'm gonna give you this one real quick because I'm so sorry. I got a crying baby. I gotta go take care of. But one sleeper on both. Well, I gave you my sleeper on the offensive side. That's that Grant Calcaterra. Okay. And on the defense, that's something I haven't really thought about much. I think here, I don't know if this qualifies, but I would say Kayvon Wallace is going to be.
It is a sleeper.
a little bit in a different role. Speaking of like how much of Gannon's defense is going to change, I'm really excited to see where they place him, because it doesn't sound like they're going to start him behind. It's almost like he's going to be one of those hybrid guys that kind of hang around. And, that Malcolm Jenkins role towards the end of his Eagles career, whatever that is, just that, I think they call it the Joker role. I don't know if that's right or not, but there's just like somebody that's kind of like the rover in softball, where you can just kind of hang out in that third zone that doesn't really exist. So I'm just curious how they use him. And I think he's finally in a spot where JG can use him properly here. So
real
Calcaterra,
quick.
Kayvon Wallace. There you go.
Yo, I think that Quez Watkins is going to be a sleeper. Everybody is going to focus on Smith and AJ Brown, and then on defense, I really think it's going to be Kaiser White. I mean, I really think that it's going to be him, because CJ Edwards. I mean,
you're
we'll
gonna hate
see.
my take, but I think he's the first linebacker that gets cut.
Whoa! Okay, all right.
Not the first one. The first important one. The surprise of all surprises, because we do this to ourselves all the time.
Like this.
Anytime Howie Roseman signs "this is my guy" middle linebacker, he never starts. And if he does, it's not for that long. LJ Fort traded. Everybody, like everyone he signs, never works out. So that's what I'm betting on. Kaiser White is not a big factor in this team at all.
All right, so look, I appreciate you coming on. And once again, for those who do not know who you are, let them know who you are. And please tell them about week 3.
Yes.
And, DC, whatever, a stadium that is. Just let them know a little bit, and then we're going to get out of here.
I appreciate it, JC. So if you don't know me, I'm John Barchard. You can follow me down there at John Barchard or at BellandtheBird, which is the Bell and the Birdman podcast, which is for me and my good co-host Vince Quinn, and we are taking 1,000 people. That is our goal, 1,000 people. Ooh. With Philly Sports Trips. That's our big traveling partner to FedEx Field week 3. We will do our own type of booing with Carson Wentz and just do the old Foles as many times as possible. So if you want to jump on in, go to phillysportstrips.com/trips. Look for the ultimate, Washington trip, and that is the one you need to be on. We have 1,000 gift boxes ready to go for everybody. There's going to be an ultimate tailgate. Everything's inclusive in this. That means your booze, the food, all of it, the game ticket, the bus ride is included in the price, and you can't beat it. You really can't. JC, do you mind? We're actually running a contest right now. Do you mind if if you want to win this trip, all you have to do is be one of the lucky people selected when you text our text line, which is 215-509-5833. And all you have to do is text "Take Me to Washington." And we're selecting a winner actually on the 31st to go down to this massive 1,000 takeover of FedEx Field. So couldn't thank you enough for all the time, man. I can't believe we spent almost over an hour and 15 minutes together. This is incredible, man. So hit me up anytime. I'd love to talk to you again. And for those of you watching, if you're not hitting that subscribe and like button down below with the notifications, you're a big dumb idiot. And please keep hanging out with JC Sports Talk. Thanks, JC. I'll talk to you soon. All right, man?
All right, brother. Hey, later. Hey, as always, man, that was one of the best collabs I had with another, Eagle, great content creator. Just go check him out on Twitter. Like I said, he's running contests throughout the whole year. He is giving some hot takes, so you better go follow him. Like I said, 1,000, his goal is to take 1,000 people to FedEx Field, week 3. And you could be one of the lucky guests, and he will be there. He's giving away T-shirts, free booze, food, and everything. So just go check him out. Hit him up. Hassle him on his DM. About this promotion. I'm telling you right now, you will not regret it. But I'm glad y'all stick around, man, because your boy about to go to bed. I got to wake up at 4:30 in the morning to go to work. But I appreciate everybody that is still tuned in. Thank you very much. I apologize for earlier, a technical difficulty, but thank you very much for joining me at 9 p.m. Eastern, a little bit over 10 on the East Coast. But I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. This channel does not work without y'all. Please make sure you hit that like button. It goes a long way. Subscribe button. Make sure you share this live stream if you enjoyed it. If you're watching me on Facebook, jump on my YouTube channel. If you're watching me on Facebook, jump on my YouTube channel. Click that subscribe button. Hit me up on this so I can see your name pop up so I can acknowledge you. I love, acknowledge everybody that that put their comments up, and sometime on Facebook I don't see your name. It just say Facebook user, and I don't see your name. So please don't sell yourself short. Just go on my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and leave a comment. Even after this show is over, leave a comment. I will answer every comment. Shoot, let me see a couple more comments here before I go. This is like, Wallace will be gone. Oh man, Wallace, maybe he might be gone. Subscribe, bro. Yo, that's big. Hey, I appreciate you, King, man. That's my other half on every Wednesday. The Showdown, King DV. If you're not subscribed to him, go subscribe to his channel, King DV Sports. He talks about Sixers, Eagles, and every Wednesday at 7 p.m. we have a show called The Showdown, where we don't agree on anything but the Eagles, and sometimes it is what it is. But hey, this is what life is about. You're not always going to agree on everything, but you have to at least like each other and come to an agreement. But Eagles all day, but anything else, it is what it is. Victor, honestly, I want all the fans and analysts keep the same energy like they have since last season. Look. Hey, I agree, man. Yo, all day on Twitter. I mean, people have been changing their mind on the Philadelphia Eagles. Why? No. You was off the bandwagon last year, off the bandwagon, in the beginning of the year. Off the bandwagon before the draft started. Keep being off the bandwagon. I do not need no extra booty in the seats. No. We got enough booty in the seats. I don't need no extra bandwagon jumpers, trying to put their booty in the seats. We're good. The Eagle fans are good. We don't need y'all. Y'all keep the same energy. The 4 and the 4 and 13, and the 5 and 12, and the 7 and it is what it is. Keep that same energy and just watch the Philadelphia Eagle fly by y'all a little quick. You know what I mean? So definitely, Victor, appreciate you, man. MC was like, go to bed then. Hey, shut up, Thomas, Cowboys fan. Of course you'll jump on here, you hater. You're a Cowboys fan, but that is one of my best friends from the military. Oh, Joseph, you know what I mean? So, hey, he's all right with me. Let me see. Yo, what's going on, BG31? What's up? Thank you for checking in. Yes, the Showdown is every Wednesday. Coach, your last 15 minutes. Just got done with practice. Yeah, Coach, I appreciate you tuning in. And the Showdown, every Wednesday, 7 p.m., the Showdown. We will be having special guests. Yesterday, we had a special guest, Philly 500. If you're an Eagle fan and you haven't subscribed to Philly 500, just go check him out. I promise you, he is the #1 Eagle content creator in the whole world, Philly 500. Go check him out. We had him on our show yesterday. Great show yesterday. Just go check it out. I'm subscribed to this channel, and I will see y'all next time, man. And Grandizer, get to the lowdown on the Showdown. That's a good slogan, Grandizer. Thank you for coming in. Get the lowdown on the Showdown. Thank you, Grandizer, for that cool, slick name on the way out. That's what I'm talking about. Where you get that Eagle shirt from? Yes, yo, this was actually a birthday present from my fiance, Miles Sanders shirt. I did serve in the military, so she decided me to get me a shirt from the Fanatic. You know what I mean? Hey, the Fanatic have it. Amazon got it. So I mean, it is what it is. But your boy do gotta get up early in the morning. But I love y'all. Thank you very much. I appreciate your support. As always, go Birds.